YouTube, Kilo Score, MaddenStudents.com. Bringing you guys my first user versus user game of Madden 12 demo. Um, I'm the Bears, and my boy DaWorse1 is the Packers. You guys probably remember from the NCAA gameplay that DaWorse1 is not, by any means the greatest player on earth. He is a little better at Madden than he is at the college game, though. Um, Hopefully, you'll still enjoy the gameplay. But first impressions go, the game's different, I guess. Um, it seems to be a lot faster, and the presentation. I know most of us don't really care too much about the presentation, but the presentation is phenomenal. Um, I've never seen a football game quite as detailed with the presentation. It also kind of blows my mind every year how like the appearance of Madden can just be so much better than the appearance of the NCAA game. Kind of odd considering they're made by the same company, I think. But it seems to be that way every year that Madden just looks so much better than NCAA. But I mean, it is what it is. You see there on that one play, the worst one just came with a real heavy blitz, and I quick threw the little drag route for a big gain. So playing this game, I've heard a lot of people talking about how the game's just impossible. You can't play it. Um, and against the computer on all Madden, I guess I can kind of see where some of your frustrations are coming from. Um, I mean, I actually do win against the computer on all Madden, but not, convincingly. It's never a blowout or anything. Um, right there, I don't know why I wasn't paying attention or something. Didn't call for the fair catch and gave him an easy 7 points. Um, I forget what I was saying. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh my goodness. Um, oh, the gameplay, and how hard it is. Um, but user versus user is a completely different story, guys. On all Madden, the computer has that slider advantage to where you have 25s in all your categories, and the computer has all 50s, making it pretty impossible to compete because the computer just has so much more of a competitive edge, I guess you could say. So that being said, against users, that's right out the window, guys. So don't don't hang your hat on your experience versus the computer, because that's not going to be a real good representation of what the game is going to be like online. Which I mean, let's be honest, online is the reason that most of us buy it. Not too many people are just jumping at the chance to go ahead and get the new Madden so that they can sit home and play offline games against the computer or anything. I can't actually recall the last time I was interested in playing an offline anything. Speaking of offline, guys, my Road to Glory series, that's over. That is just such a boring game mode, in my opinion. And I mean, I wanted to keep going with it just because I started it. And I mean, it was getting like 200 and some views a video, but I couldn't do it, guys. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. It's just so boring to do that. Um, would much rather stick to tips, gameplays, things of that nature. Um, there I got to pick against them, and I mean, basically, I'm just trying out some stuff that I remembered worked last year, and seeing if it works this year. And as much of us, as many people want to say that it doesn't, it does. Pretty much a lot of the same stuff that I run still works. Um, One thing that got taken out of the game was motion C routes. So I mean, that's a beautiful thing. Uh, I'm sure it's gonna come a point where it's gonna frustrate me because I did run those from time to time, but it's good for the game that they're gone. That way, you can go ahead and play man coverage without the fear of giving up 6 points immediately. Um, you see there, I mean, he threw another pick close to the half. So, the defense is definitely stepping up. Either that or the worst one is just making some really piss poor decisions, one of the two. But my kicking game is leaving something to be desired. Um, I know everybody says, oh, it's just button button. like it used to be. Well, no, it's not. It's definitely a little different. Right there, I happened to see Johnny Knox trailing me, and I tried to get him the ball, but just wasn't quick enough. Thought it would be a grand idea to have Knox going down the field with Olsen lead blocking. this this game is probably about to get out of hand, so I'm going to kind of get away from the gameplay a little bit, guys. Hope you enjoy it. But I want to talk about an article that I read stating that EA was being pushed by Prima to terminate all Madden sites and stop the circulation of guides and so on and so forth. Um, the mere thought of that is absolutely silly, guys. I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't be the case. I mean, I suppose it could. Companies do stupid things a lot. But just to clear the air on that, just because Prima is the official, quote unquote, guide for Madden 12 or all Madden games, whatever, does not mean in any way that no one else can produce a guide. All that simply means is that EA will not endorse anyone else's guide. That would be a complete and total violation of all sorts of civil rights to try to shut down Madden forums and stop people from producing original guides. Um, I mean, I suppose, I guess I could see them trying to push the gameplay thing because that's been, you know, pretty prominent lately with, a little bill that was trying to be passed and all that. But as far as written works go, guys, I mean, as long as you're not copying the Prima Guide, there's nothing they can do about that at all. Um, I mean, they could try, but if you fight it, you're probably going to win, and you would probably be able to seek all sorts of damages against EA and Prima for violation of your civil rights. So, anybody that's worried about that, just stop being worried about it because it's really irrelevant. Like I said, worst thing that they could do is try to get us to stop putting up, footage of the games. Um, Even that's very touchy, though. I mean, they could try. Doesn't necessarily mean that they would succeed because, I mean, obviously, I play the game differently than you play the game. So, that kind of opens up the gray area for, well, is it an original work? Is it not? So on and so forth. So I hope that information helped you guys out a little bit. That whatever the guy's name is there that's starting that rumor on all the Madden sites, just stop, bro. You know what I mean? It's even if it is true, it's absolutely not gonna happen. So I mean, you're wasting an awful lot of your time typing. But in any event, guys, we're gonna try to get out some ebooks, and we don't sell ours. Ours are free over on MaddenStudents.com. So we're gonna try to get some out for Madden 12 here real soon. I paid for that stupid little EA ticket thing where you get the game early. Uh, Not really sure how I feel about that though. It kind of feels like extortion. Kind of kind of feels like they're using my love for the game against me to fucking squeeze $25 out of my wallet. But I paid for it regardless, so whatever their thinking was on it, it worked, and that should hopefully get a guide out a little sooner, maybe even before the game actually drops, if one of us works real hard at it or I work real hard at it. In any event, I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay, and as always, check out www.maddenstudents.com for NCAA tips, Madden 12 tips, Madden 11 tips if you're still playing it, free ebooks, chat box, great community. I mean, we just got all sorts of stuff going on over there. Even if you guys hate football and you just want to stop by and play a game of poker, hit us up. Take care. Peace.